Are vintage comic books a good investment right now? Have you ever wondered if vintage comic books are a smart choice for your investment portfolio? With the growing interest in collectibles, this is a question many are asking. Let's break down the current trends in the vintage comic book market to see if they are worth your time and money. The market for vintage comic books, particularly those from the Silver Age, which spans from 1956 to 1970, and the Bronze Age from 1970 to 1985, is thriving. This surge is largely fueled by a renewed interest in characters and stories from these eras, thanks to successful television shows, films, and streaming series. As these media continue to gain popularity, the demand for key vintage comic books has also increased, driving their values up. Some iconic comic books from these periods are particularly sought after. For instance, Amazing Spider-Man number 14, published in 1964, features the first appearance of the Green Goblin. This comic is seeing a notable rise in value, especially if it is in high-grade condition. Another example is X-Men number 1, released in 1963, which marks the debut of the original X-Men team. As these characters are integrated into major cinematic universes, their comics are gaining investment appeal. Additionally, The Avengers number 1, also from 1963, remains highly desirable due to the ongoing popularity of the Avengers franchise. The appeal of vintage comic books goes beyond just rarity. They hold cultural and historical significance, making them tangible pieces of entertainment history. Collectors and investors often find themselves drawn to these comics because they connect to broader nostalgia trends. As long as interest in the media associated with these comics remains strong, prices for well-preserved issues are expected to continue rising. When considering investing in vintage comic books, it is essential to pay attention to the condition and grading of the comics. These factors heavily influence their value. Comics graded at higher levels, such as 9.8 on the standard 10-point scale, command premium prices. Investors should focus on key issues that feature significant first appearances or major storylines. It is also wise to seek out copies in excellent condition to maximize potential returns. In summary, vintage comic books are currently a good investment option. The market is robust, driven by cultural relevance and nostalgia, particularly for Silver and Bronze Age comics. This makes them attractive assets for collectors and investors interested in antiques and collectibles. However, success in this market relies on selecting the right issues and ensuring they are well preserved.